OnSong has featured Dropbox integration since shortly after it launched in 2010. We've only made a few changes to Dropbox integration over this time, but like all tech companies, Dropbox continues to innovate, and in late 2015, they announced they would be updating their services to version 2.0. About a year ago, Dropbox announced that developers would need to start moving to version 2.0 of their API. This application programming interface is how apps would need to talk with Dropbox. On June 28, 2016, Dropbox announced they would shut down version 1 of their API on June 28, 2017. This means any app that hasn't been updated by that time will stop working. So to avoid the Dropocalypse, you'll need to update to the latest version of OnSong. While things will basically work as they've always have, we want to keep you informed of the changes so you're ready. First things first, because we're switching over to a new Dropbox system, you'll have to sign in again when you access Dropbox services within OnSong. If you've forgotten your password, make sure you go to dropbox.com/forgot and enter your email. This will send you a link to reset your password. Here we see a Dropbox login screen that will appear when you access Dropbox within OnSong. Just type in your email and password and then authorize OnSong to access your Dropbox. By the way, all this information goes directly and securely to Dropbox, and then links your OnSong to your Dropbox account. That's it. From there you can import, export, and sync to Dropbox as before. One of the reasons we've waited so long to update to the latest version of Dropbox is our continued support of older devices. We announced last year that we would be ending support for iOS versions prior to iOS 9 because of this. When we started integrating this new version of Dropbox, we weren't happy with any of the SDKs available. These software developer kits let app developers communicate with the API interface in a language of the app. But we're pretty picky. All of them required iOS 8 and higher, and we just didn't like how they were implemented. So we wrote our own. The result is we've baked in support not only for iOS 8, 9, and 10, but also for iOS 7, 6, and 5. This means you can even use Dropbox in OnSong with an original iPad 1. We just didn't feel right leaving you out in the cold with a broken app. But to do this, we needed to get a little creative. If you're on an iPad 1, tapping into Dropbox will show a different screen. This is because Dropbox's new website doesn't even function on an iPad 1. It's just impossible to sign in. So OnSong prompts you to visit onsongapp.com/iPad1/Dropbox on a different browser to acquire a code. Here I've opened a web browser on my computer and typed in onsongapp.com/iPad1/Dropbox. This web page tells me about iPad 1 Dropbox support. I can then click on the Login to Dropbox button here. We then type in our email and password and then sign in and authorize OnSong to access Dropbox. When we're all done, we get a 6-digit code. Now go back to your iPad 1 and type in that code and then tap Login. Now we can access our Dropbox from an iPad 1. These are the changes that are happening with Dropbox integration and OnSong. If you have any trouble signing into your Dropbox account, be sure to contact Dropbox for assistance. If you have any questions about OnSong, be sure to contact us at onsongapp.com/support.